The USS Voyager is back in action in Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4's premiere, and the legendary starship's return also sets up its 25th century status in Star Trek Picard Season 3. Star Trek Voyager, the Intrepid-class vessel designated NCC 74656, under the command of Captain Catherine Janeway, was lost in the Delta Quadrant for 7 years. Janeway successfully led her ship and crew home to Earth, and the crew of Voyager became Starfleet icons. Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4 isn't the first time the original USS Voyager was seen since the end of its series. Voyager holds an honored spot in the Fleet Museum along with other famous vessels, but there are nearly 20 years between the end of Star Trek Voyager and Star Trek Picard Season 3 that Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4's premiere just helped fill in. The USS Cerritos, under the command of Captain Carol Freeman, was assigned to escort the USS Voyager to Earth in Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4's premiere, named Tuvix, and I know that has to sound familiar to you. Just a few years separate the end of Voyager and Lower Decks Season 4 in the Star Trek timeline, and the USS Voyager was actually in the midst of being converted into a museum when the Cerritos visited. After this, the USS Voyager was then brought to the Fleet Museum on 8th and Prime. Amazingly, 3 Star Trek series in 2023 have showcased generations of the USS Voyager: Star Trek Picard Season 3, Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4, and Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 introduces the USS Voyager A. Hopefully history and irony won't repeat, and Voyager A won't get lost in an alternate future like the original USS Voyager was lost in the Delta Quadrant for 7 years.